Hello, everybody. This is Matthew Smith, and I am here in my new apartment here in Portland, Maine, right here on Danforth Street. And as you can see, I am inside the office right now. It doesn't look much different than it was back in my old place in Nashua. But what matters is I've got my table, I've got my bookcases filled with lots of my books and memoirs, and I'm right next to a window where I'm facing down Danforth Street. And if you were to take a look there, I could see part of the Fore River over there, where there are many places to see those boats go out into the water when you have a chance during the season. But anyway, I am going to tell you about the very first time that I ever went to Wells, Maine with my parents and grandparents. First of all, I was 9 months old at the time, and that was around the time when top of the charts included Van Halen and Cyndi Lauper. The Summer Games were in Los Angeles. And here's a picture of me when I was 9 months old, as you can see right here. Don't I look very cute with those overalls? This was just a couple months before I could learn to walk, and I saved this in my photos so I could remind myself of that time. But the very first time that we went to Wells, Maine, back in 1984, that summer, we rented a summer home which was on 46 Riverside Drive, right next to Atlantic Avenue in Wells, Maine. It was a two kind of room apartment complex, and we were fortunate to get the side where it was right close to the water on the Webhanet River and Wells Harbor, so that when high tide came, we could all go out and I could wade in the water. And if it was a little dry, we could walk on the sand. Plus, we were within distance with the in Wells Beach on the jetty. Now, the other side of the Webhanet River and that jetty is where there's Drake's Island, for your information. Now, during the 2 weeks we were doing the vacation for the first time in Wells, Maine, we visited other southern Maine locations like Perkins Cove, where we went on a lobster boat cruise, and York Beach, Maine, where we visited York Wild Kingdom, for the first time, and got some saltwater taffy at the Goldenrod. So those first times for me and our family really did bring back some good memories. And my mother was one of the few in our family who actually knew about Wells, Maine before the rest of us, since she used to go rent a house in Beach Acres along with my Aunt Sue and Uncle Dave. So it would be a couple years before we would rent our own trailer at Wells Beach at Eldridge Road Beach Acres. So that's what I'm going to mention about in my next post. But in case you were wondering about me and my partner, Jean Leffler, Janine is right now working on a couple of vlogs about a couple of very television shows like Glee and Friends. So watch for her on the blog post if you click on Janine Leffler. I happen to be her partner, and that's where you can find both of us. So I hope you all have a good day and talk to you all again soon.